Hey everybody, it's Nancy with Dadgum, darling. And can you guess what we're going to be working on today? Yes, that is a carrot. I have already completed the carrot portion. I'm going to show you how to decorate the top of your carrot. Something a little different this time around. Okay, first we're going to use these wooden circle ovals actually. I got those at Hobby Lobby. And we're going to take those ovals and put them at the top of the carrot and decorate them using these. If I'll stop talking and show you. They're called fat quarters. This particular set I got at Walmart. You can buy them at any craft store. They're basically scrap, remnant fabric pieces. We're going to use a little bunny on this one. So to do this, you're going to take some cotton batting, the fill kind, polyfill. And I like to take mine, and you'll see I just there's a particular way that you fold it if you just wrap it around itself. Somewhat like making a hamburger, but not quite. Anyway, you can shape it in exactly the shape of your, oval or duck or circle or heart or whatever you're doing. And no, I'm not working that fast. This video is indeed sped up just a little bit. Okay, so right here we're going to go ahead and get her right in the shape we want her, and what are we going to do next here? Okay, we're going to cut out our piece of fabric. So we'll take your little oval wood piece, and you want to cut it out about 3/4 of an inch larger than the piece you're covering, okay? Because you're going to bring that around, you're going to hot glue it, okay? And I'm showing you there with my hands about how far out to go. Alright, we're just drawing out a little circle there, or an oval should I say. And then you just trim it out. Very simple. And I discovered that my camera is doing that because it is auto adjusting to that bright white egg. I don't know why it does that. It does it to blonde hair also. So if you have bright blonde hair and you're trying to make a video, it looks terrible. On my phone anyway. Okay. So we've got our fat quarter cut, trimmed, just a little bit larger like we needed. Now we're going to, I'm a neat freak, y'all. I keep everything put just like I found it, which is a good idea really. For storage purposes. Okay, so just tuck that back in once more, and we're going to take some, oh, I've lost my oval now. There it is. Okay, I'm going to show y'all how it goes together. You're going to lay your polyfill down. There's what it looks like from behind. Okay. We're going to just fill this baby up with hot glue. And when I tell you I burnt myself on this video, right there, I burnt myself, and I burnt myself badly. I let it slide, and I kept on going, but I still have a 1/2 inch blister, a big fluid-filled blister on my hand. And it's been, I don't know, several days since I've made this video. Now, so we've got our, what's it called? Our polyfill on, but what I like to do is sometimes it's a little too thick, so I'm just going to, yeah, see, I think that's going to be a little too thick. So what I'm going to do is smash it down, and then go ahead and trim off all that extra. And I absolutely love the sound of a pair of scissors against glass. Some people probably hate it, but I love it. That kirk, kirk, kirk. Makes me super happy. Okay, and I save everything. Don't throw it away, just throw it back in the stash. You never know when you need it. Okay, get off our glue stringies, and now you will turn your piece of fabric. You're going to flip it upside down, and put your upside down piece of oval on there and protect your fingers, because at this point I decided, you know what, we're not going to get burnt anymore, not today. That was the second time I had been burnt. The first time I burnt myself with a wood burner cutting the mesh. Okay. Yeah, we'll need hot glue to actually make that work. So let's go ahead and this is really, I mean, it's self-explanatory. You're going to hot glue your fabric all the way around your little circle. I keep calling it a circle. It's an oval. Either way, your egg. You're going to hot glue your fabric all the way around your egg. And I like to go from one side to the other. And it kind of keeps it pulled evenly when you do that. So let's say you start at the top, then you go down to the bottom. And then we'll go in a different direction altogether on the other side. See that, how I'm doing? And if you do this just right, you can get it in without any pleats. You want, the front of it will show perfectly smooth. But yes, I highly, highly, highly suggest you wear those fingertip protectors. I know they make your fingertips all sweaty and they are not fun to wear, but y'all, you don't want the thing I got on my hand right now because it's still hurting. It's still in the way. And I'm wondering if I left the hot glue in there or something because it won't pop. But anyway, let's see me take on a big spot all at once. You do have to work kind of fast when you do this because you don't want your hot glue to dry before you have all your pleats pulled out. And that's what I'm doing there, is pulling those pleats out so it looks nice and flat and smooth on the top. Okay. There we go, just a little bit more left on this bunny. This bunny looks really super good when you decorate it. If you use rhinestones on this gray, they are just gorgeous. They absolutely pop. Okay, now the next part is to put the backing on. What do I have in my hand there? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take some felt and lay it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, of course we don't want to cut a piece of felt the same size as the actual finished product. It'll be a little too big. So we're going to take a blank and we're going to, I'm just going to line around the blank, and then what we'll do, if we ever get it lined, is we're going to cut it out about 1/4 inch inside the circle. So the last circle you needed to be too big. This circle or oval you need to be a little too small. So come on up, let's get going. Chop, chop. Cut that circle. Alright, I feel like I should be playing some elevator music or something for y'all. Alright, and I'll probably fast forward through the yellow one just so you know, because it's made the exact same way. Alright, and once we get our egg all perfectly fit, just like we like it, our cover, should I say, you just take it and guess what? Hot glue it on. You guessed it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just put the hot glue on there, girl. Okay. Now, I'll start with the top half, and then because I don't want to burn myself, only glue half on at a time. And then I'll show you here in just a minute how we're going to attach it. Okay. These little pink silicone fingertips really are a lifesaver. They need to make them to fit all your fingers. Like not all one size, you know. Maybe that should be a project for me. Not happening. Alright. Last little bit of hot glue on this egg, and she is covered. And I'm going to show you the next part. There, you could attach this many ways. You could just slap some hot glue and throw it on there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put, oh gosh, what are they called? Pipe cleaners. I can never remember that. I'm going to use a pipe cleaner, okay? And yeah, that's a little too big. I don't need one that long. But we're going to use a pipe cleaner and just glue it. Based on where the egg is going on my wreath, I'm going to glue it at the top of the egg. Okay, so we're just going to make your little square shape there so it'll stand nicely for you. And cut out a tiny little rectangle of your felt as well. And go ahead and glue on your, oh, I thought I had already cut that out. Okay, we'll cut out a rectangle. And now we're going to go ahead and glue the pipe cleaner down. Make sure you're gluing it on the correct side also. If you're trying to do top or bottom, you know, make sure you're at the top or the bottom. So I put some glue down, cover it up with a little more glue on the top, and then take our piece of felt, lay that down over the top of the pipe cleaner, and just spread all that hot glue out. Make sure your felt is completely covered so that it stays on nice and tightly. And there you are, y'all. Your first egg is pretty much done, except for that one little piece of hot glue there. Alright. Now, and my fingertips are safe. So let's just smushing it in, making sure everything's good to go. And she's ready to go on our I don't know what I'm doing. I think sometimes I flip my camera, so I was just trying to determine which way you might be looking at it. So with this egg, we're actually just going to do the felt first, but that's because I don't have another oval. So I'm going to stop right here and just speed this up. You guys know what I did. It's the exact same as the first egg. Okay, did y'all see it there? I actually noticed that I lost my felt and I did not put the paper or the pipe cleaner on the back. Whoops. I'm just so excited about decorating this yellow egg. I can't wait. So the first thing we're going to use is like this royal purple jewel. And I'm going to do the first one and then kind of cut away and do the rest because this is going to take a little while. But it's totally worth it. It's like you can't tell if it's blue or purple. Like in one light it's blue, one light it's purple. But they're diamonds and they're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, and by the way, look at my cute Wreath style cup I got. Is that not adorable? I got it at Ross. Okay, anyway, completely unrelated. Let's see, we're going to put another one on here. And I do go back and put these on with hot glue, actually. I decide that they may not hold if I don't put hot glue on them. Now what am I doing? I'm always up running, grabbing something. Okay. Alright. Now, and through the magic of editing, boom, I'm done. Look how quick that was. See that color? Is that not beautiful? On camera, it looks blue. But in person, it looks purple. It was the color of my prom dress in the 12th grade. Royal purple is what they called it. Alright, time to get decorating with some ribbon. We're going to use the Easter ribbon. I got this last year at the Dollar Tree. What are we going to use next? Oh, I found this in my stash. This is sequin. It's just a threaded sequin, one row of silver sequins. Say that 10 times fast. Okay, blah, blah, blah. One row of beaded or silver sequins, should I say, and they're going to really super shine. And I'm going to take all that stuff and just hot glue it on. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, I'm not done. I am not done for sure. I think this is the egg I kind of overload with stuff. It is, yeah. Alright, so anyway, the sequin I wanted right down the center, and so you just basically put a little bead of hot glue down the back of it, just like it's a ribbon, and see, oh how cute, look how cute it's coming together. Alright, now next up is our little bunny, that's actually bunny butt ribbon to go with the bunny butt in our, well, we haven't put the bunny butt in yet, but you'll see it. Coming up, we're doing a bunny butt, okay? And I'll tell you, that's the hardest thing to figure out is where do you put the bunny butt? Who knows? We're going to have our bunny going in from the very top. Okay, and make sure when you do this, you overlap your ribbon and glue it down in the back because you don't want it coming loose, okay? If it were to come loose a little bit on the edges, it's in the back, it won't matter. You don't want those edges to be right on the very side. Okay, glue, glue, and more glue. I went through so much glue on this project. I literally ran out of my good kind, so I had to go get some more. Let's see. Trim off excess there. Alright, next up is this orange, and it's actually a natural color gingham, and that is literally the only ribbon I had. When I tell you I save everything, I save everything. That's all it was. It was just that little piece right there, that little scrap. But it was in my basket, so I'm going to use it. It's a perfect Easter color. We're just doing it all the way to the edge there so we can overlap. And I felt like, after I get this orange on, I feel like this is still missing something. Like it's bright and shiny and colorful, but it's still missing that huge pop of color that I wanted. So I'll show you here in just 1 second which adorable color I'm going to choose. Just taking care of hot gluing everything together there. I have had this roll of ribbon that I'm about to use for, God, probably at least 10 years, at least. And I've never even opened it. Oh, look at these cute little bunnies that are going on there too. They're tiny little flock bunnies. I got them at Dollar Tree. Okay. I need something with color. Okay. Let's see. I haven't found it yet. Ah, there I go. I just realized. Hey, Nancy, you forgot to put the back on here. So let's stop and do that real quick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do make sure you put your glue on both sides of your pipe cleaner though if you do it this way. There's hot glue everywhere. So I've decided the color green needs to be there, if you can see that. But I'm like, that's too skinny. I don't want to use that. Look what I found. This is actually a Hello Kitty ribbon. And it is so cute. But I don't want to get in trouble for using Hello Kitty, right? So I'm going to put it on where you can't really see a full Hello Kitty head on either side. And yeah, that works out perfectly. But I was so happy I finally got to use this ribbon. I really have had it for at least 10 years. And I haven't done a thing with it. I bought it to do ribbons for my daughter's hair when she was little. And she got into the phase of, no ma'am, we're not doing bows anymore. And now that she's graduated high school, she's like, oh, Mom, will you put a cute bow in my hair? I'm like, yes, absolutely. Get over here, girl. I do make hair bows, actually, by the way. I don't know if any of you wreath makers do, but you have to use the other kind of bow. You don't want to use wired ribbon and hair bows. I just think that's kind of dangerous. But yeah, you can make some hair bows. All right, what are we up to next here? Okay, let me quit jamming on. I'm just cleaning up. Clean up, clean up. It is best to go ahead and keep everything cleaned up behind you as you go, though, because you just don't want a mess on your table. It's easier to work that way. Yeah, I'm cleaning up. I'll go ahead and pause and cut this part out. All right, my friends, no lie, I literally have recorded this twice now. This is my third time going over this. I don't know what keeps happening with my phone, but hopefully I sound as enthusiastic this time as I did the first time. No, but here we are putting some of the blue rhinestones on our egg. I'm just going to take some of these and go right across the center line. I'm going to space them out and put different sizes so that they are all, cohesive, that everything kind of flows. You don't want to put all big ones or all little ones in this particular section with the look that I'm going for. And here's the last little baby one that's going on, and she's a teeny weeny, and I'll probably burn myself. Oh, no. No, that's not the last one either. Yeah. It is so tiny, though, that last little one. Here's the last little one that I'm going to burn myself on. I think I've got hot glue gun PTSD at this point in time. Alright, hot glue gun PTSD aside, I still have to go ahead and finish this wreath. Okay, so the stuff that I'm going to use next after this blue stuff, this stuff I'm using next is not ribbon. It's not like washi tape. It looks like some kind of tape. You get it at Dollar Tree and it's in with a ribbon. But the backing peels off of it. It's an adhesive, like a label almost. But I'm going to take it and glue it on because it's really super thick and sturdy. So I think it's totally safe to put outside on your project as long as you use the UV protectant spray. And I know most of you do. It's just an added expense for us wreath makers, but you know, people don't spend a lot of money on a wreath to have it just wilt away over one season. I have a very bad spot at my front door where the most prominent item on my wreath will fade. I don't care what I put on it. So it's because it catches the morning sun every single morning. It hits it right square in the middle. So yeah, sometimes no matter what you do, no matter what you try, how hard you try to prevent it, it's still going to happen. All right, up next are the rhinestones. Yes, ma'am. Loving my diamonds. We can pretend they're real diamonds. What I like about these is that they come on a little row. So all you have to do is just run a little bead of hot glue down the back and flip them over and boom, boom, you're done. All right. Make sure, I think I said this already, but just in case I didn't, overlap your edges. Okay, make sure you cut off enough to go around the sides. You don't want to bring it just to the edge. You want to bring your decoration all the way around in case it does start to work loose. Okay. See how that's being attached on the back? That's what you want right there. Okay, let's see, what are we doing here? Oh, we're still gluing. Now, we are done though. I chose to only do 3 on this one because it was so blingy. I chose to only put 3 layers, where I put 5 layers on the yellow. I put 3 on the gray because it's super blingy. And now we're fixing to shoot on over to our swag, our carrot. I'm sorry you can't see the whole thing, but we have to have the camera at this angle for YouTube's video format. So we're just going to take our eggs that we just made and use our twisty ties and put them on to the wreath hook. Using your pipe cleaners there. You can put some hot glue over that if you want to protect the door. That's fine. And now we're going to put our other one up. And I want those diamonds at the bottom so I know they are showing. Like they're real diamonds or something. But I love them. They're gorgeous. Okay. We're just twisting it up, putting it on. That auto flicker thing still happens. It's that little spot of blonde that I still have left in my hair. I got my hair cut, obviously, and there's still one little spot of blonde left in there. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I guess it grew out crooked. Okay, now there along the top is where we're going to put the greenery, or like a carrot type greenery. Okay, so we're slowly making our way through this puppy. Okay, I'm showing you right now where we're going to add the greenery, and poof, just like magic, it's there. What I did was I stopped the video, and yes, there's my favorite candy. Those are Starburst or Sweet Tart Ropes. They're delicious. Anyway, what I did for the greenery is I took some 10-inch deco mesh, cut it into 10-inch pieces, rolled it up, and just popped it over in half. Very simple, very, very beginner-friendly technique. There's my flocked bunnies. I have them on there if you can see them. Unfortunately, they're going to get covered up. Now, this is what I like to use on here. I've got some eucalyptus, and it reminded me of the carrots that you see in the grocery store, how they have the greenery still on them, and they're all kind of flappy, you know. Wispy, I should say wispy, not flappy. But that's what we're going to do with the eucalyptus. I wanted to show you also this Elmer's Glue Bond Spray. I used it to spray on the actual wreath, and then I took some glitter, white glitter, all of it, and sprinkled it all over the orange mesh so that it would shine when the light hits it. Okay, so let's get back onto the eucalyptus, hopefully. Nope, just kidding. I'm going to show you all the bow. This is a beautiful spring bow. The colors are just bright and fresh, and I love this deep, deep teal blue color. It just blows me away every time. All right, are we going to work on the eucalyptus now? I think we are. All right, so let's go ahead and try it before you buy it. Y'all know my policy. Cut everything, trim it all down, and then let's go ahead and do some pre-placement. Look for some holes, some good areas where you want to place everything. And I like to use the word matchy-matchy. You don't want it too matchy-matchy. I know that's not a technical term, but what I'm trying to say is, you see how there's a line there, an imaginary line? It's at an angle. And from the bottom of the two eucalyptus that are coming down, they don't both come down the same space. Okay, you want to keep everything nice and evenly spaced. It's kind of hard to explain. Of course, I'm not trained in teaching, so, you know, I'm doing my best winging it here. But we're just loading these up, and it's going to look like a carrot from the grocery store for now, anyway, until we throw some flowers on it, and then it's going to look amazing. Okay, and we are just moving right along, gluing. There's not a whole lot to say when you're just cutting florals and gluing them in. But I do want to, I could probably just fast forward through the rest of this video for you because I'm simply gluing in florals. But I did want to say a few things about the peonies I'm going to do here in a minute. So let's fast forward to that. Okay, whoa, that seemed like it took forever. Okay, here I am. Look at that cheese-eating grin. I'm loving these peonies. They are so gorgeous. I got them at Dollar General, of all places, believe it or not. They are not pushers, so I do want to use the leaves. So we're going to have to trim those leaves off and glue them in just like the flower. And we'll do that separately, obviously, because you can't do it at the same time because they're two different objects. All right, I'm trimming them up here real quick. Now, when I talked about placement, I used the word triangle just because it's easier to sort of convey the fact that I don't want them all on the same plane or the same level or the same line. And that's basically what I wanted to show you guys about that. If you watch how I put them in, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put in 4. I don't know why I put in 4. I would usually never put in an even number of flowers, but I do. But just watch them. As you'll notice, they don't end up at the same location, and the flowers aren't touching each other. They're just barely separated. That's me gluing the leaf on there. So yes, if you want your leaves and they're not pushers, you're going to have to glue them in after the fact. So let's fast forward here through to the end and watch as I decorate the rest of the florals on my carrot top. some on the other side too. Okay. I think I pretty much covered everything we did on here. My supplies came from everywhere. They came from Craft Outlet. The mesh came from Craft Outlet. We've got Dollar Tree items on here. We have Dollar General items on here. We've got Walmart. We've got Hobby Lobby. Wherever you run into craft supplies is where you find them. Okay. Favorite places to shop: Etsy, Craft Outlet. Some of that ribbon on there did come from Etsy. The you don't look at that fingernail. How about that one? The purple, and that bluish color right there, that came from Etsy. So yes, thank y'all for watching. Definitely give me a thumbs up. Okay, subscribe, like, and follow my channel, and share. Please share this project. And I want to thank y'all for watching again, and thanks for being a Dadgum darling. See you next time, y'all.